After many question marks arise about if this would even happen, House Republicans have just voted to authorize their impeachment inquiry into President Biden. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video. Today, it is time that we talk about the chaos that is unfolding on Capitol Hill, because everyone, after many months of back and forth BS, the House Republicans have finally voted to authorize their impeachment inquiry into President Biden. Yep, it is official. When most of us thought this wouldn't have even happened because how some people were talking, it didn't seem like it was going to happen. Well, turns out it has. And Republicans, for 5 seconds, I think realized we may not impeach the guy, but we have to expand the scope of the investigation. And that's what an impeachment inquiry is. Let's be clear. This is not an impeachment. This is not an official articles of impeachment. All this does is expand the scope of investigations into President Biden. But first, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you could join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. Now let me be clear. This is, like I've said, not an impeachment, and frankly, we may not even go to that point. But I actually do agree with an impeachment inquiry because, let's face it, there's a lot of big questions about Biden and his dealings with China and other foreign governments. And it's about time we get to the bottom of where does this go? How deep does this go with the corruption allegations? Which, there's some significant allegations and there's been evidence of bad stuff. But this is an expanded investigation to see, alright, we're finally getting to the bottom of how deep this goes. And is it significant enough to warrant articles of impeachment? So let's get into it. The GOP-controlled House on Wednesday voted to authorize its impeachment inquiry into President Biden, a formal step Republicans believe will grant them the ability to better enforce their subpoenas in the courts, which it will. This is significant. Usually when you launch impeachment inquiries, they do tend to lead to impeachments, but this is a case where it may not happen. Because there just are a lot of Republicans that, don't think it's a good idea to impeach Biden, which I could see the argument that while Biden has allegedly did some really bad stuff, impeachments, especially if they don't actually remove the guy, they tend to backfire. It backfired in the 90s with Clinton, and actually you look at the polling, it backfired with Trump, his first one at least. I mean, Trump's numbers actually went up after the impeachment stuff. So I can understand that logic, but we still gotta know as the American people, how bad is this? How much of the dealings with China is legitimate, and how much are we talking about? The 221 to 212 vote was along party lines, with all Republicans voting yes and all Democrats voting no. The impeachment power resides solely with the House of Representatives. If the majority of the House now says we're in the official impeachment inquiry as part of our constitutional duty to do oversight, that carries weight. That's going to help us get the witnesses in. Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan of Ohio, one of the leaders of the impeachment push, told reporters. Which, he's right. When you have Michael Lawler and others, they even understand this is not impeachment, and they explained it well. It's not a light thing to say, we're going to impeach the president. So, instead of going right towards that, let us do an expanded investigation and see what's really going on here. I think this is a smart move. We get to see, without the consequences of failing an impeachment push, we get to see, released to the public, What's going on here? Earlier Wednesday, Republicans had hoped to depose the president's son, Hunter Biden, arguing that the inquiry vote would give them better legal standing to hold him in contempt of Congress should he fail to show. In a dramatic moment, the Biden son did appear, not behind closed doors as Republicans had demanded, but as a news conference outside the Capitol where he again offered to testify in a public hearing. The Bidens are so hypocritical. I mean, you had Joe Biden when he was a senator. He said if you got subpoenaed and you were told to show up in Congress, you had to show up or we can hold you in contempt. He even said this just last year. But now, suddenly it's, oh, I don't have to show up. I'm here today to make sure that the House committee's illegitimate investigations of my family did not proceed on distortions, manipulated evidence, and lies. Oh, sure. Really? Manipulated evidence. So your best friend that testified under oath, he lied? You're telling me that you can prove that you're innocent, but you refuse to show up? It's unbelievable, these people. He rejected GOP claims that his father was involved in his business dealings. It did not happen, he declared, and slammed the investigation as completely politically motivated. Oh, give me a break. When you're going after the current president, or I should say the former president of the United States, President Trump, I don't want to hear a damn word about politically motivated. When Trump's investigations, they are the definition of motivated politically. But oh, this is different because it's corruption and all this crap. House Oversight Chairman James Comer of Kentucky has accused Hunter Biden and other Biden family members of engaging in shady business practices, but has yet to demonstrate any concrete evidence of wrongdoing or influence peddling by the president himself. NBC News, really? But this is the funny part. Republicans have investigated a $200,000 check the president's brother, James Biden, made out to him. Documents reviewed by NBC News show that the president made a $200,000 loan to his brother in 2018, which James Biden repaid with a check, which was marked as a loan repayment a few months later. Oh, sure! Bullshit! $200,000? First of all, who needs a $200,000 loan? And for what? From your brother? And this is the problem. They're just making it sound like, oh, it's just a $200,000 check. Only $200,000? Republicans didn't have much wiggle room with Wednesday's inquiry vote, with the expulsion this month of former Congressman George Santos. Speaker Mike Johnson of Louisiana is struggling with an even narrow majority and can afford to lose only 3 Republicans on any vote. But the moderates, they said, we're going to vote for the inquiry because we do want to know how significant is this. Again, an impeachment probably won't happen. But it's good for the American public to know fully what the hell is going on. Because these allegations, I don't care what NBC News is trying to spin here. Because they're clearly trying to spin it as, oh, just a $200,000 loan, and they don't mention all the shell companies that, Biden mysteriously got a lot of money from, that you look into who owns what, and it's related to the Chinese. But that's the problem here. There's a lot of stuff we don't know about. Hey, how did this check end up in Biden's hand? And there's missing components here and there. We just want to know, is this serious? That he is in fact being paid off by the Chinese or whatever? Because let's face it, this is serious. This isn't your, oh, Trump allegedly said a bad thing behind closed doors. You know, all that crap. This is, hey, you are doing potential business deals with the Communist Party of China. When you're the president of the vice president of the United States, that's a big problem. That's a big allegation. Not just, he said, she said this, she said that. No, it's, hey, there's witnesses that saw you talking with business partners of Hunter Biden. when you were the VP? Wouldn't you want to clear your name? When it's something as serious as this, not, fraudulent as the Trump stuff, which was absolute BS, politically motivated crap. This one is, hey, you are alleged of serious corruption. But why are you doing everything you can to prevent the investigation from even happening? It is a complete mess, and it really shows you that there's a lot of question marks here. And how deep does this go? Where does it end? Again, if it turns out he's not corrupt, good. I don't want the president of the United States to be corrupt. I don't think anybody does. Except Dems, they want Trump to be a Russian agent because they want to prove a point, but I don't want Biden to be a corrupt Chinese spy. I don't want him to. Or crook, I don't know. Don't know what you want to call it. But if this is true, what secrets did he give up, or what did he give access to? That's the thing that everybody wants to know. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.